got the yellow bracelet. Check off in my pocket like the yellow paper. Was when I was asking. Low facility, I keep it classy. Build an empire, yeah, that was my state of mind. Yeah, that was my state of mind. Keep the blocks over there, we call it Lego land. Meanwhile, it's like it's Amsterdam. Boy, fresh, you know who got the trophy. 16 when I bought my first rollie. Legend in my hood, just like a never ride in the extra car. Dead presidents, dead presidents. Dead presidents, hit them dead presidents. Let's go, all my little militant. Let's go, I'm innocent. Dead presidents, hit them dead presidents. Dead presidents, hit them dead presidents. Let's go, I'm innocent.
Yeah. Die line with the boom pow. Every week now I switch to a new style. 212s in the back just blew out. Everything I do end up in the news now. Yeah, lead a club with a few now. Just some Hollywood and they do. I'm in the mood now. 2 a.m. What you wanna do now? What you wanna do now? Little baby, pass. Don't spill on me. That's Margella. Got this Oakland game to tell her. She look familiar. At Coachella, what's her name? Isabella, forget it, yeah. It's like a week ago, but we both know how weekends go. Tryna function, got some places we could go. Lot y'all got me speaking slow like, yeah, I'm blessed. I don't GA, you tryna, yes on yes. Say less. Say less. You ain't no. Say less. Yeah. Say less. Hey girl, what are you?
Hello everyone, I'm Larry Ridley and this is the NFL on EA Sports. In today's matchup, we'll have to watch the guys up front. The Ravens are top 10 in total sacks. And they'll be up against the Bears team that will need to deal with that all game.
Larry, thanks. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor and M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Chicago Bears. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down. Wilson now off the bootleg. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Akeem Hicks in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Jay Howard. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Deontay Thompson deep for Chicago. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Bears take over. Running with Howard. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Now a carry for the change of pace back, the rookie Tariq Cohen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
If indeed the Chicago Bears were looking for a nice change up to Jordan Howard at running back, they found it in Tariq Cohen. I'm telling you, this guy is shifty, quick, even though he's small in stature. Some people have called him the latest human joystick.
How about that? That'll be fun for Madden players. Just 5'6", but as you said, he can move. Again, it's Cohen. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. That one 28 yards on the ground.
You know what's really hard for a big-time running back? It's patience. Being able to hang in there when the runs aren't there, when you're taking some hits early in the game. But this drive, oh, he's come alive and in a big way. Now he's starting to gallop.
So it'll be 1st down here after the run. Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
So now the offense is facing a 1st down and 20 after that last mistake. Out of the gun, Trubisky. His throw incomplete. He was looking for Zach Miller as tight end there. That'll bring up 2nd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. They'll set up the screen to Howard. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. And this one is incomplete.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, No good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
So after the missed long field goal attempt, this offense set up nicely at the 44-yard line. Now Wilson. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Jay Howard in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. On second down, here's Wilson. Right side catch, Gilmore. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Get a little closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
So 2nd and 10 here. A carry for the fullback. This is Mike Burton. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. Here's Trubisky. Trying for right, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Well, this is one of the downsides of being a rookie quarterback. You know you're going to get called out about everything you do that goes wrong. Here, maybe he's a little uncertain about where to go with the football. And at this level, uncertainty equals turnovers. And this one winds up being intercepted.
And only able to muster a couple, down to about the 27.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
2nd down following the run. To throw is Wilson. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. So they're operating in the red zone. Now Wilson on 1st down. Drops it underneath to Forte. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
They could not be more opposite in build, but coming into 2017, Matt Forte pretty much neck and neck with Darren Sproles for most receptions by a running back.
Yeah, both guys just over 500 into the year. On 2nd down, Forte. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Matt Forte, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are in for 6. And, Charles, when you catch that toss going right or left, really, but right in this instance, do you go straight for the pylon? Is that where you're going?
Well, typically you want to try and maneuver people a little bit so you have some space to get to the pylon. So I want to make sure I try and move them a little bit to the inside, and in this case to the left, so I can get to the right side and get to that pylon and wink at it as I go by.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And down he goes just shy of the 25. Now a penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about. Yeah, this is going to put him back with a not great field position. So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case. Now a play fake here on first down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there, 26 yards. This is Cohen on the toss, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs, and let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Now let's go. No. Check. Patriots. Blue line, Hubbard. Watching now, Hardy.
They try again with Cohen, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. From the shotgun is Trubisky. He sets to fire deep. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown. Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them. This is fielded at the 7. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Reminder that coming up later tonight in the national window, we'll see the Giants travel out to Denver to take on the Broncos. And then tomorrow night, it's the Colts and Titans, an AFC South battle from Nashville. Both of them have designs on winning that division. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him. I don't care that his size isn't great. He's the one that typically comes up with the football. Absolutely. His roots go all the way back to Gulf Breeze, Florida, where he's from, right on the water near Pensacola, and then, of course, to Stanford, and, boy, he's been good. Well, throw on first down with Wilson. And a grab here by Gilmore. And he is knocked down from the side. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time. But now you get to sit up here with me. Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And this is picked up by the Bears. It's a foot race. He's at the 40, past the 20. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. They give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Time for our first check of the NFL scoreboard. And it's an early lead there for the Saints. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number 1 because margin for error is starting to slip away. And now it's down to a 1-score game.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. And on 2nd and 10 now.
Hey, watch number 33. Watch number 33.
Wilson throwing again. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. They go play action now. Wilson. Airing one out for Macklin, deep downfield. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. I don't know, he had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I've given him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
On the mental focus of the whole
that's
thing.
true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd down, Trubisky. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. The game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get one play before the 2-minute warning. On 3rd down, Trubisky. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. So a minute 56 to play in this first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Ravens. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Now Wilson on second down. He's going to air this out for Baldwin. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The intended target, Doug Baldwin, and it's 3rd and short.
Well, they decided to air it out a little bit on that play, take a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice, able to get a hand in and tip it away.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. On first down, Wilson. Hitting Donnell here, the tight end right side. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Akeem Hicks in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. On 2nd down, Wilson. He's going to float this one deep right side. This is intercepted. Picked off by Quentin Demps. And some room to roam now. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And the Ravens taking the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Here's Wilson. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And they'll let it go deep for Cruz. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
They start on the ground with Forte. And he's not going to make it out of the end zone. They get Forte and wrangle him down for the safety. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else. When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now Trubisky to throw on 2nd. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. C.J. Mosley able to get in there and drop him behind the line.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
3rd and 2. Now Trubisky. Got a man. It's right. And all the way down to the 26. A big play there for the Bears on 3rd. 41 yards. And now a 1st down following that long gain.
Watching that Marty. Let's go. 3-19. Leopard.
Now Trubisky. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Ray Malaluga. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll try to get the running game going with Forte. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12. Now Wilson. Complete to Gilmore over the middle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. So the offense has it 1st and 10. A running play now for Forte. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Now it's Wilson. Eluding the press. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Quentin Demps. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but creating big plays for themselves.
Second down now after the pass completion. Now it's Trubisky. Flush to his right. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A very solid gain of 27. Fresh set of downs here. This is Cohen. And some space here. And he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Off the toss, Cohen. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, add that play to his resume reel, because he went to the Pro Bowl last year. That's how you go to the Pro Bowl. You make plays like that, big-time penetration, and throw people for losses.
Let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90! Gone!
On second down, here's Trubisky. And Miller with it over the middle. And he'll go down at the 28. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Watch it now, Marty! Marty! Back to that Philly! Here we go! Here we go now!
Trubisky now to throw on third down. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
On the NFL scoreboard, they are in the 3rd now in New Orleans. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Now they'll run it with Cohen. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense is getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, and that was a nice job of improvising, but it's not normal. Usually when the screen pass is taken away, you're taught to just throw the ball at the ground at the feet of the receiver so that you don't get it intercepted and just start over. But he ended up finding another receiver.
Back now in Baltimore. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. The Bears on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Now Trubisky to throw. And that is incomplete. Now, they've got to be a little frustrated here to not complete that on third down after having such a long drive going.
Now, you're talking about going over 70 yards on the drive. Yeah, did you say a little frustrated?
Very frustrated.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I'm very frustrated. There's no doubt about it. They thought they were going to have a chance to cash in the end zone. Now it looks like it's likely a field goal attempt.
So a big one there as that gives them a little cushion.
And, you know, here in the fourth quarter, the fact that they were able to bleed some time off the clock and put points on the board, even if it's only 3, that could turn out to be the drive that ultimately wins them the game.
And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The drive begins with a run by Forte. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Here's Wilson to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Quentin Demps. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. After the interception, here's Trubisky. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Trubisky draw play, gives to Howard, and able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. So the solid run on first, and I would imagine no real hurry to run that 2nd down play.
No, it's all in your quarterback now. He's going to keep an eye on the play clock and bleed things down, and he's not going to let the ball be snapped until it's inside 3 seconds left on the play clock. Unless, of course, you're playing a video game, you're trying to run it up on your friend.
Nice touch. Cold-blooded, too. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. First and goal, they'll look to smash it in. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Jordan Howard, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throwing out out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here, and sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Big jumbo! Big jumbo! Big jumbo! Gotta go, in and out, let's go.
2nd and 10 now, Wilson. And now here is another interception. Adrian Amos with a pick. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Jordan Howard with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Buying time to his left. They find some open field here. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him. And he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. A dump off to Forte. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep him confident.
And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield, but when you can pick it up in big chunks and
my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. He's at the 50, 30, the 20, 10, and they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
He hits Baldwin right side. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the
defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And all the way down to the 29. A big play on third for the Ravens. 41 yards. On first and 10, it's Wilson. To the right side, and he's got Macklin. Complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Wilson will throw again. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Here we go. It's Wilson on fourth down. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bears will get the football back. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Throwing here, Trubisky. Wright's got him. And some room to maneuver. There he goes, right side. And all the way down to the 9. A big play there on the catch and run. 64 yards. On first and goal, Howard. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Second down, goal to go from the 6. They run. This is Cohen. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
And he couldn't corral it. It falls down incomplete, but maybe not a big deal given this big lead. And Bart puts it through. Now they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Wilson, he's going to let it fly. And they went for a big play through the air on second down, couldn't connect. Now it's third. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
On third down, Wilson. Forced out to his left. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. It's such a risky play there to fake it. You're either the hero or the GOAT. Here, they're going to be the GOAT.
Unfortunate, too, because you know they thought they had something there. They don't call it just to call it. They don't just say, oh, what the heck, let's go ahead and fake it here. They feel like they've got something on. They've got the defense in the right spot. Just unsuccessful in that opportunity.
Looky here, Trubisky wants to throw it. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this one incomplete. Well, apparently taking a knee is not in vogue.